Hello viewers, this is Business Talk. Let's talk about Korean culture. This culture has evolved into a global powerhouse, from music and drama to fashion to digital trends. But beyond the hype lies a powerful business opportunity. So how can media platforms tap into the Korean wave, keep it fresh, and turn fan passion into profit? So let's delve more into it. Joining us today is Coppamagz CEO and founder William Yuswan. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us in the studio.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's good to have you. I mean, you're looking like a Korean artist somehow. Oppa, that's how we call it, right? Yeah, so let's start this by giving information to our audience.
Yes.
How big is the potential still today when you want to tap into this industry, Korean culture in Indonesia?
Okay, especially Korean culture in Indonesia is growing each year. From the first time I know about K-pop is around 2011. Yeah, that's the first time I saw that, oh, Korean is another level. So that's why I'm into until now. So when I start at 2015, it's growing each year. It's exponentially. And yeah, the peak is, I think, is right now they become global icon, not only in Korea and Indonesia, but the US market, America, Europe, and the world is on their side now.
Okay, so you're saying that the potential is still very big.
Yes.
Because they're at the global stage right now. Okay, so let's learn from them. What do you think that makes the Korean culture so dominant as a force in this global media today? How do they do that? You know, to instill in every line possible.
Okay, at first their production level is so high, like the audio, visual. That's the reason why I like K-pop at first, because I don't see it in any, especially from Indonesian culture. At first, wow, how come that girl group has many spikes on their suit, like their hair is so high. So their production and their music quality is really high. So that's why. And the second is they know about the technology that, like social media, they manage to use it to amplify their presence into the world. Lastly, I think it's from government support.
Right. How important is it, government support to this industry?
I think that is the most important that maybe Indonesia can learn from them, because their government is really supporting about K-pop, right? That's attract tourists like us, because we like K-pop. That we want to visit Korea, right? That's the first entry point. So if we reverse it, how Indonesian can attract visitor. Yeah, so that's why I think this is homework for our government, that I think we have to learn from K-pop itself.
Yeah, and Indonesia is a big country.
Yes,
we have a lot of cultures as well that can be elevated to the global sort of like trend, you're saying. Okay, this is very interesting. We know that Korean contents are everywhere. Why is Korean content commercially so appealing for media platforms and businesses around the world? What is the recipe, you think?
Because maybe starting from the audience, because the audience is really big, that almost every youngsters, that young people that live and live in this world is know about K-pop, because they hear from the trends, from the platforms, maybe from TikTok. Yeah, the audience is really big, so that's why media like us is, and maybe for another business, is really seeing this as an opportunity.
Right, and they know exactly that Indonesia is a big market. Do
Yes.
they have, okay, how big is Indonesia's worth, let's say, when it comes to K-pop industry trying to sell it like to this big country, Indonesia? Yeah.
For Indonesia, I think we have many young people, right, in Indonesia, but the obstacle is our GDP is still low. So that's why like buying concert or merchandise, they still cannot afford it. So that's why they are strong in digital, like the free content, like, comment, share. That's why new idols or new or existing K-pop idol right now is using Indonesia market and Indonesia style to boost their digital content.
Ah, okay. So, okay, let's talk about localized content, right? How can these local media players in Indonesia, Southeast Asia tap into the Korean wave while keeping it, very local, so it's culturally easy to accept by a lot of layers, especially in Indonesia?
Yeah. At first, we have to know what language that our audience uses.
Okay.
So
What language is it? It's not Hangul, definitely.
No, the Hangul, like slang words that really popular, like maybe we have to learn the trends. Maybe do you know about tung 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 sahur? Yeah. That kind of trend, we have to use it as a headlines.
Wow.
Tung tung tung. This is, for example, for the headlines is tung tung tung, the news like that.
All right, so it's
We have to
very
adapt
local.
and use how they use this every day.
So you you use the word like boss, or I don't know, the things that we use in Indonesia.
Anjay.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
very local. Oh, okay, that's
we're
interesting.
using that words to our headlines, so they know. Oh, this is about this is some shocking news. Yeah, we use informal to reach more audience that this is related to me.
Ah, okay, so that's very smart. So from a business standpoint, you sort of like started this business 10 years ago, right? And it was not a media, it was a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because for the love of his, love for Korean food and anything Korean, right?
K-pop.
Yeah, K-pop. So from a business standpoint, what are the most effective ways to monetize this Korean culture content? You mentioned about there are some obstacles because GDP-wise, we're not that. Some things are not affordable in this country, but South Korean K-pop fans are die-hard fans, so they do anything to meet their fans, to do whatever they can contribute to the actors or musicians
and idol.
Yeah. So how can you monetize this Korean content?
At first, we give like almost free for anyone to read our news, but we monetize it through maybe like paid promotion. If there are any brands that want to tap into our platform, then we can publish it. So that's one kind of monetize, and maybe we also arranged an event, like a small event in the mall, like we did last 2 weeks in Mall Ciputra, like that. We monetize through events, paid promote, and maybe some kind of selling that cheap that our market can afford it.
All right, so inviting K-pop actors and musicians are usually your doing.
No, that is my first.
The first one.
The first one that we handle from, we're planning it. That is our step, yeah. Okay. From media, now we are going to event organizers. We have the performance group also that can shows that we have a performance team that can entertain the community itself.
Okay, so you're seeing a lot of brands are interested to do collaborations with Coppamagz. So.
Yeah, of course.
And how is their response? I mean, after collaborating with you and maybe grabbing, a lot of audiences and, I don't know, maybe new audiences, are they successful in that? I mean, through Korean content?
Some yes, some not. It depends on the content itself.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, like last week we performed at malls, and the malls is becoming crowded because of we make events there, like that. Yeah, it depends on what are we doing.
Okay, so If we talk about challenges, let's say, what are the challenges to turning fan communities into a sustainable business
Okay.
opportunity?
The challenges is, the first is how we manage the fans' expectations. Like, because the fans is really sensitive, right? You know, many K-popers is really angry about something, so we cannot give anything that fake hoax that they cannot accept that. They will angry, right? They will, please delete, this is fair. But every article that already passed through that we publish, we already check it. We already know what
So
the
it's
best.
valid.
Yeah, it's valid, and this is the reality, guys. You have to accept it. Sometimes it's really hurting them, right? Because fans is, they don't want their idol to be bad, right? So they don't want it to be published. Please delete. So, but in our perspective, media is it must to be neutral, right? We publish that it is happening in Korea. So this is the source, and yeah, you can accept it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, yeah, they love
The
their
challenge,
idols
yeah.
so much. But I mean, it's because of you as well that Indonesian viewers are very much educated about Korean idols and whatever happened to them. So you're talking about, establishing a lot of, the 360 sort of like techniques, right?
Yeah.
How crucial is it to engage engage with communities when it comes to developing a brand media brand centered around K-pop and Korean entertainment?
Oh, I think that is the most important, that every media should encourage to hold their communities. So that, for us, for Coppamagz, is we're doing live stream that can actively talking with them and hearing the feedbacks. Like, we as media is knowing what they are feeling right now.
Right.
Yeah. So they know what we are feeling right now. So that's why community is the most important things that every media have to.
That's why you got
utilize.
so big. Okay. So in your experience, you're establishing partnerships with brands, artists, or even agencies. How do these partnerships drive growth and credibility? Because I believe like all Korean or idols fans are believing in whatever you wrote in your media, right?
Yeah, I think it's important also because brands is our enabler to like validation that what we are doing right now is in a good way, that we are spreading the news about K-pop in Indonesia. And if we collaboration with idols agency, for example, they want to promote their comebacks, for example.
Right.
Yeah, they get new song. Can you promote to your channel? Like, so it's like we needing each other.
Yeah.
Media, brands, and agency is needing each other.
It's mutualism and
Yeah,
you have to, like,
mutualism.
work together.
Yes.
What have been some of the toughest challenges Coppamagz has faced in scaling as a media platform so far that you can share?
Okay, at first the challenge for me is that I'm not learn business at first. I was a graphic design degree.
Wow.
So I'm starting not a media at first, like you said before that I was a chef.
You liked Korean food.
I like Korean food and K-pop itself. So how we manage our resources that can, like hiring, managing people, our employee, that is our biggest challenge is that, because I have no expertise in that. So that's why I'm still learning about it, and yeah, we want to be big together with our team.
It's just like the old classic way, not only to develop and seeing the opportunities, but
Yeah.
also taking care of the business. The
Yeah.
company itself is very, very crucial.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there are young media entrepreneurs out there that would like to go to your path as
Okay.
well, to go through your path, what advice would you give to them?
My biggest advice is don't close any feedback. Like we have to learn, we have to hear what our audience said. Like the community is most important, like I said before. Yeah, we have to adapt what trends is trending right now. We have to have many networks like another media, another promoter, another maybe influencer also that can help us together to give the Korean content itself.
Okay, so feel them, listen to them,
Yeah.
and that's where your base is getting stronger
Yeah.
at. Okay, so what's going to be the next? I mean, you had the restaurant which feed the customers with Korean information,
Yeah.
K-pop information, and then you become a media platform, and what's next?
Okay, our next goal is we want to step up the events organizing things. And we want to be promoter, but it's still a long way.
Okay.
It's still a long way.
Who would you like to invite if that happens?
Yeah, of course, maybe my first group that introduced to me into K-pop, maybe.
BTS?
I want to, no, Big Bang.
Oh, right, okay.
If only
I can see somebody cheering in the control room. Ah, yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of
I
fans
don't know.
here.
I'm dreaming that if Big Bang, that 4 of them can come to Indonesia, it will be wow. Maybe I will cry.
Well, supporters are already out there, a lot here in the country. So a very good luck and well done.
Thank
you
you
for also sharing the information about K-pop. Oppa, William, Yuswan, thank you very much for speaking.
Thank you for
Business
having
Talk.
me.
Okay, so that was our conversation on the business potential of K-culture and entertainment for today's Business Talk. You can stay connected with us on Instagram, X, and YouTube at C Today News. We are also available online at ctodaynews.com.